Where's the fucking camera? I don't know how this is working. Anyway, it looks like I'm not looking at the camera. It looks like I'm looking at something in the distance. So that's weird as fuck. Oh my god. Alright, well, I was going to try and chat with y'all a little bit about what I've been up to lately. But this is just really fucking distracting. Anyway, I don't anticipate anybody's going to be watching. What the fuck? Orientation is locked. Rotate device back. Girl. Alright. It does. I'm looking at my phone and it makes me look like I'm looking to the left and I'm not. How about that? No. What's worse? That fucks me up. That fucks me right up. Okay. So the camera's there. So if I look at the camera, then it looks like, if I look here, then it looks like I'm looking straight ahead. That's bananas. Ugh. Okay, so I was just gonna chat a little bit about getting back online and trying to redo the channel and try to do the channel again. I recorded 5 different videos in the past, over the past couple months, that never uploaded. There is a problem with uploading the video. Anyway, so onward. There was a problem with uploading the video. Hopefully there won't be anything wrong with the live. And so lots of things I wanted to talk about. So again, it's just completely unprofessional setup. Like I'm sitting on my bathroom floor and holding my phone and trying to figure out how to get something that I can. Whoa, there we go. So it's resting on the door knobs of my my sink cabinet here. I used to know what that was called. Now it's a sink cabinet. Okay, so here, let me close my shower curtain. You don't have to see my weird shower. There, Paris instead, right? Paris type things. All right, that's better. Anyway, so it's cold outside now, so I'm not taping outside. I hate the winter. I hate the cold. Fuck that shit. So I'll be inside, and this is probably where I'll be for a while. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Let's see. I got no viewers, no thumbs up, and that's just fine. So I wanted to talk really quick about, and by really quick, you never know, but I do have to work at noon, so it's not going to be that long. I want to talk about, and again, because my memory is terrible, I don't know if I've talked about it in the past or not. I just don't remember. But there's a couple of people on YouTube that inspired me to go ahead and get started, even though I don't know the first thing about it, because that's what they did. And if they can do it, supposedly I can do it. That's what they say. So, let's see. So it's been a long time since I've done a video. I don't know when the last one was. It felt like it was a couple months ago, but in YouTube world, 2 months ago is more like 2 years. You know, like people forget all about you, and nobody even knew who I was yet at all. And part of that, for some reason, part of that matters to me. Like, I would like to have what I say get out there and have it matter to somebody else, you know. So I was a little discouraged by not having very many followers. I think I have like 20 followers, maybe. And I know you got to build it. You got to build it, and you got to do it every day or every other day or something. But my life is pretty busy. And so, I mean, it's full of nothing. It's full of nothing. It's not that busy. And if this were more of a priority for me, I would make time for it like nobody's business. But for some reason, it's not as big a priority as I'd wanted it to be. And if I want it to grow as big as it needs to be. So, let's see. I'm searching for a new job. I have been for a while, because where I'm at, I was hired and promised and told that the position was one thing, and it has devolved into something completely different, and I don't appreciate it. I think it's incredibly disrespectful that they don't even, that the management doesn't come and talk to me about it and tell me what is in her mind for me there, or that she's changing things up. She just changes it up, tells her flunkies, but not me. And, I struggle with that quite a bit. Anyway, let's see what else. I can't think of what else I wanted to talk about. Oh, what I've been doing over the last couple of months. So, I'm dealing with a legal issue, and people tend to not talk about their legal problems because it's like, well, it's none of their business. But mine is kind of outrageous and ridiculous, and so I feel like I want to talk about it, but maybe on a different video. And it's mostly because I don't have anybody in my real life that I can talk to about it. My day-to-day. Also, so there's that, I wanted to also talk about my rediscovery of a couple of books that I discovered years ago and thought were helpful and important, but you know how things kind of fall to the wayside, And so I've known about these books for a long time, but I've kind of forgotten about them and I've rediscovered them. So one of them is The Secret, which I never was able to read because my vision is so bad. And they have something like orange letters on yellow paper or brown tan paper. And then it's in like cursive or italicized font. And I never could read it. And I've always wanted to read it. And then I knew there was a movie out there, but where are you going to rent that movie? You know what I mean? So finally I decided to look it up on Netflix, and it's there. So I started watching it, and it's been really helpful in some ways. It gives me a lot of hope that I didn't have before. But I haven't watched the entire thing. I have to do it, pretty much everything. It's going to take a long time. I have to do it in increments. And so, let's see. So I need to finish watching that. It was really encouraging, and it was really hopeful. But it's about manifesting for those of you that have, lived in a cave like me for the last 25 years. If you don't know what it's about, you can Google it or look it up or read it yourself or whatever. But it's basically about manifesting and the law of attraction and all of that stuff. And I know for a lot of people that's old news, except I still, because I haven't finished watching it, I still don't know 100% what that entails. But I mean, I've watched a part of it, like the first maybe third of it. And so part of it I understand, part of it I don't, part of it I believe, and part of it seems too simple, too good to be true kind of thing. But I have been trying to at least focus on positive thoughts so that I can have positive feelings, and then focus on those positive feelings and think about the things that I want to achieve and accomplish, and how I would feel if that was actually true right now. How would I feel about life and myself, and even just what my mood would be if that was all true right here and now. And I try to focus on that. The problem is that with the kind of depression that I've had for most of my life, it's really a struggle, especially because I just get easily discouraged, and So I try. But if I don't see results relatively soon, it's like, well, that didn't work. What about your shit? You know, um, but I haven't watched the whole thing, and so I'm trying to reserve all judgment until I'm completely finished. But that's another reason why I'm back to try to do this channel, is because I had an intention when I started it. So I'm gonna try again. Because if at first you don't succeed, right? Try again. So why not? Um, and then the other book was Five Love Languages. And I remember reading that book and I was like, oh my God, yeah, duh, you know. And again, for those that don't know what that's about, I mean, I haven't read it again. I just remembered the book. I read that thing all the way through. It had larger font and it had black print on white paper. It was a lot easier to read. Sorry, just checking to see who, if anyone, is watching. So, anyway, and so it was, what was I going to say? Oh, so it was really an eye opener for me, but really hard for me to implement as well because at the time I read it, my love language was giving gifts or receiving gifts, however it works. Um, but as a result of me feeling like it was really, 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 really important, like that's how I knew if somebody cared about me as a human being, is if they gave me something. Um, Not because I wanted stuff or, I was like a gold digger or something. It was just that it was the symbolism of the fact that they took the time to think about me, and not just think about me, but take time and the trouble to go out and see something, and they thought that I would like it. And then they went through the trouble of getting it, paying money that they worked for. They took the spent time of their life to pay to earn that money. And it's not even anything expensive, just whatever. They spent their time on that money that they had to earn to pay for a gift. So basically, it was kind of all the five love languages really wrapped up into the one. For me, it was giving of gifts. And so because they took the time, and they I guess the touch one doesn't apply in this case, but anyway, all the others, they took the time, and they were thinking of me when they were spending the time shopping for that gift. And they spent the time of their life to earn the money, and then it took the time and the effort and the action of of bringing it to me and giving it to me. And so giving gifts was really, really important for me at the time, but also because at the time my husband never gave me gifts. Not for anything, not for birthdays, not for Mother's Day, not for Valentine's Day. Uh, Christmas, I would get one or two gifts, but not for my birthday, not for anniversary. And and so, yeah, you could tell I didn't feel very loved at all. And that's kind of, so my love language has kind of evolved over time, I think, because I don't care as much about getting gifts anymore, probably because it really, really hurt when I did. And so I had to switch it. Like my mind had to wrap itself around the idea that if I was going to be waiting around for gifts to prove that somebody loved me, or to show or to feel that somebody loved me, I'd be waiting around a long, long, long time, and I'd probably never see that happen. And I'm married to the same person now, but he's, he gives me gifts now. He does Valentine's Day now, and he does birthdays now, kind of, and Christmas is better. And anyway, long story, of course, but it's better. But now my love language has changed to spending time, quality time. And I've noticed that he doesn't really do that very well either. But that's what matters to me more. And the thing is too is that I've kind of evolved past him at this point anyway. If he doesn't want to spend time with me, I'll spend time with somebody else, or I'll spend time by myself. But I don't know. I don't really like being all by myself. You know, I know there are a lot of people that value their solitude and all that stuff. And obviously, right now, I want to be alone so that I can do this. But most of the time, I don't like to be alone. I don't feel like I was put on this planet to live this life by myself. You know, I do. I like being around other people. I like crowds. I like hustle bustle. I like being busy. I like going out. I love that stuff, you know. And because, again, he's the opposite. He likes to stay home and do nothing. And, you know, and that's it. Literally, he has no hobbies. He'll sit on the couch all night long watching sports or politics or news or whatever, and drink beer until it's time to go to bed. That's it. Every night, every night, every night. And that's fine, you know, sometimes, I think. But if it was up to me, I'd go out 2 or 3 times every week. Every week. 2 or 3 times a night. You know. I like having something to do. Somewhere to go and people to see. I like that a lot. I absolutely relish it. Anytime I have somewhere that I can actually get up and get out and like get dressed up and, you know, wear cute clothes, put my makeup on. Let me see. Still nobody. I don't know if this records and hangs around or if it just disappears into the universe. Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, quality time. That's why I really value Wine Club. I go to a wine club once a month. They usually have it every month. Sometimes they have to cancel, but for the most part, it's every month. And I really value that because I get to eat, drink, and be merry. You know? I get to meet new people. I get to chat with people that I've known for a while. And it's really nice. I really, really like it. And my husband has never gone with me. I've been going for about 2 years. Yeah, and he's never gone with me. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of people think that I'm making him up. Because I usually know somebody for at least a year before they even meet him. Anyway. What else? What else? Let's see, Thanksgiving was nice. We went to my mother-in-law's house, and the food was really good, and the company was good. It was just me and my son, and then my husband, his mother, his brother, and then his brother's wife, and 2 of his 3 kids. And then my daughter came later after she got home from work. And let's see. I mean, it was really pretty uneventful. No major political talk. Everybody there is pretty right-leaning. Like some of them are extremely right. My husband is extremely right. I'm more in the middle. Well, I hate to say that, except it's kind of like the metronome that goes in like this. I'm kind of like a political metronome because I am way left on some things and way right on other things. And so, just like every other aspect of my life, I don't fit anywhere. And I guess that's why I'm here. To talk about how I feel like I don't fit anywhere. And I'm all alone in the universe. And maybe we all are. But I think that most people feel connected to something or someone, and I don't. Not really. And it's even stranger because usually when people are talking about stuff like this, they're young and they're struggling with their identity or their sexuality or their mental health. But because they're young, people have empathy for them and they have compassion for them because they have their whole lives ahead of them, as far as you know. But I feel like I still have my whole life ahead of me. But I think that because I'm an old lady now, apparently not very smart, I'm very annoyed. Hold on. It was working for a while. It should work again. Fuck. Anyway. Maybe that's a sign that I'm full of shit, right? It just fell off. Anyway, but that's how I feel at the moment. It's just because I'm an old lady. Nobody gives a fuck about how I feel or how I cope or what I'm dealing with or how I'm supposed to survive. You know, once you're old, it seems like people don't give a fuck about you. You should have figured it out by now. Well, what about the ones that don't? What about the ones that still need help figuring out how to function, how to get through this life, how to live in this world? Well, I guess that's enough of that. I feel like I should apologize, but I don't think I know for what, so we'll just call it good. And to be honest, I don't know how to stop the recording, so you're going to have to endure that with me too.